see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Coming out with it, it's Farrell. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Oregon's offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape. Fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Lockett. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. They've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Green. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Making side adjustments here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Washington State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Gray Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Give to the back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Washington State sends out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He gets a block. Touchdown, Oregon! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Walter. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He lost one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Pressure coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on first down. Oh, they're after him. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds the tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Buys a little time. Working that left side now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Ducks are marching down the field. That's caught. It's Lockett. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking for a man. It's Duggar. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds his man. It's Baker. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. Let's go. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. That's reeled in. It's Baker. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He's going to let one fly down the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A brave new world as they make it into the red zone for the first time in this game. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Duggar. Unleashes one. Looking for the goal line. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cougars! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. The play action fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking for a gap. It's Hill. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. Fourth down is coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The kick is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Makes the catch, it's Woods. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And the returner goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Got the first down. Looking for more. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here comes the heat. grab behind the line. It's Green. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Ducks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Duggar. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day.
Lofts one high and deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important. He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. 2nd down coming up. Dropping back, it's Duggar. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. There he goes to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Washington State has it all working right now. Going to the run, it's Woods. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Washington State. Great job by the back on the option. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Quarterback run game gives you numbers, but the Ducks always seem to have a guy who can really hurt you with his legs.
And they've always been smart to use those numbers to their advantage. Oregon football, when I think about them, I think about running quarterbacks. I think about...
Fires one high and deep. Touchdown, Oregon! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air, it's Duggar, looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick completion to the right. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes the Wazoo. Offense onto the field again. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air. It's Duggar. Still on his feet. And down he goes back at the 3.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Gives it on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Off play action. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. A play-action fake seems simple, but there are some intricacies for the quarterback.
Reese, you're right. The danger for a quarterback in play action is that you're turning your back to the defense when you're trying to execute the play fake to the running back. So you have no idea what's happening behind you, and you have no presence for where that rush is coming from. All of a sudden, you whip your head back around, and oftentimes...
There he goes! He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of first down yardage. And now on 4th down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, running back gets to give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Washington State ready to go with another first down. The RPO fired complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that foot.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Woods. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to pass. It's Duggar. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Westbrook. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Unleashes one deep. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Looking to throw. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Walters. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Washington State will have to boot it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Got it near midfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Now the kicker's going to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a big moment. They call it. They convert. What a call by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Duggar. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. They get the